Good morning, people. This is Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV on this day of recording, Saturday, the 2nd of August, and we do have some records to be setting straight regarding the Šeško transfer update and reports that came out over the night that Newcastle has won the bid or that Šeško prefer to join Newcastle. We got to set this straight. It's really not true, despite growing media noise reports that been coming out that Newcastle have won the race for Benjamin Šeško over Manchester United are simply false. So guys, stick around for this one. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and let's dive right into the story. Okay, so what is the reality here? Of course, it's pretty much media spin. We heard from myself, Fabrizio Romano and Ben Jacobs that Manchester United are in advanced talk regarding RBL and Benjamin Šeško. There is a bid expected imminent, and Manchester United are willing to put a bid in because they have done the due diligence. They've spoken to Benjamin Šeško. They got the green light in terms of, moving forward. Otherwise, they would never had the, progression to talk to RBL exclusively. That happened this week. The reality, what it is at the moment, is a sort of a domino effect where Newcastle's ability to move for Šeško is entirely dependent on the sales of Alexander Isak in this case, which they are really unwilling to let go at this stage of the hour. They already rejected Liverpool's bid that came in yesterday, 120 million. They said blank no. So they do expect Isak also to return back to training next week. Technically, Isak is an employee. He's got 2 years left on the contract. Newcastle have only held initial contact with Šeško's agency. Of course, they presented the vision, they presented the plans, but no talks with RB Leipzig have taken place. Meanwhile, Manchester United are far more advanced in this history, in this deal. Šeško has already given the green light to United project. United have engaged in positive talks with RB Leipzig, as been reported over the week, not only by myself, but Ben Jacobs and Fabrizio Romano, Ornstein. A formal bid is expected soon. That is imminent, pretty much. One option being discussed, of course, internally is to include Rasmus Højlund going the other way. Either on a loan or on a permanent, but that is not a deal breaker, according to my understanding. But United could still keep him. This saga, for me, it's far from over. It's a media spin. There's tier 2 journalists, tier 3 journalists. There's even reports from some Slovenian journalists that claim that Manchester United have sort of lost the race and Newcastle are the favourites. And that Slovenian journalist, if you read that report, it's got 700 followers on Twitter. And if you read that article, it's got nothing burger in it. And of course, we've seen the domino effect that a lot of people are jumping into it. And 100% Newcastle will not let, Alexander Isak go unless they get what they want, 150 million. Now, I'm going to talk about Craig Hope as well, which is another journalist, which I find very, very credible when it comes to the news regarding Newcastle side. And I think it's been taken out of context. So let's be clear about that one as well. Right? The perspective of what he's been tweeting has been taken out of proportion. So I find it really remarkable just within 16 hours what Craig has actually reported, Craig Hope, suggesting the club have moved away from the deal with Benjamin Šeško and focusing on Watkins and Visa. The tweet is right there on Craig's page as well. And actually coming to today's headline, the claim that Šeško has chosen United. So let's be clear. Again, let me repeat myself. Newcastle are not in a position to bid for Šeško right now. Why? You see, the tier priority is to resolve the future of Alexander Isak. It's obviously they don't want to let him go without a fight. Right? Liverpool, £120 million bid has already been flat out rejected. Newcastle have proposed the proposal for Šeško agency, but haven't heard any response back, and it's been far more than 5 days. And particularly no talks whatsoever with RB Leipzig. In the meantime, Manchester United remain confident. They're making real progress with both Šeško's camp and RB Leipzig. Positive momentum is gathering, continues, and United are preparing to put in a bid. So my gut feeling regarding this, and this is my gut feeling, I think it's media pretty much stirring the pot, trying to create a nothing burger, trying to create a drama. Newcastle, in my gut feeling, are trying to attempt to retain Isak. I think that Liverpool has been untapping Isak unlawfully And there's been numerous reports as well that, he had a hour-and-a-half Zoom call with Arne Slot, which is not okay. It's only okay if the club Newcastle give permission for him to do so. And this reeks similar like Morgan Gibbs-White did, where he was on his way to sign for Spurs, and Spurs find out that it was unlawful tapping from, Spurs side, and that turned out to be that Morgan Gibbs-White signed another 3-year contract with better terms. So Newcastle will attempt to keep Isak, in my opinion, offer him a new deal. And honest to God, even if he wants to join Liverpool, he's still a stark reminder that he is employed by employee contract by Newcastle, and they hold all the rights and all the cards. While Liverpool are trying to exploit the situation, I believe that it's borderline unlawful tapping up. Questions need to be asked here. This isn't over for Šeško to Newcastle, as per my understanding is a premature at the best. That is my interpretation. Nothing has really changed. Man United are far in advance. Benjamin Šeško has given the green light, while on the other hand, make it make sense, because Newcastle cannot bid anything until they resolve the Isak situation. They don't have the money. And I want to hear your thoughts and feelings, because I'm trying to provide you with the calm settings. Don't panic. But at the end of your opinion counts. I want you to use your logic, common sense and reasoning, and let me know in the comment section below. As for where it stands today, nothing has changed. Manchester United are advancing with Šeško. The reports that's coming out that he's weighing up, trying to there's going to be Fabrizio Romano saying that, he's going to take his time to give an answer. I think that Manchester United already know he's given the green light. So at the end of the day, Manchester United are confident knowing that Newcastle and this Alexander Isak will drag out to the end of the window. As per usual, guys, let me know what you think. This is my interpretation. This is what I understand. And make no mistake, people are misquoting Craig Hope. People are taking Craig Hope's tweets under, misinterpretation. He's clearly said that, Newcastle are walking away from this deal and more likely to focus on João Vissa or Watkins. And that's coming from a Newcastle correspondent, to all of a sudden get other tier 2, tier 3 ones saying that, a deal has been agreed. He fancies Newcastle. I mean, we're talking about Šeško. Doesn't really make sense. So that is, for me, just a nothing burger as of yet. Until you hear anything from Ornstein or the tier 1 beacon of journalism, sports journalism, Fabrizio Romano, even Ben Jacobs, everyone's been spot on this one. Or even I, that get my sources directly from the agency's camp as well. So, wanted just to come in and have my say regarding the situation. Please read everything on my Twitter timeline. If you have Twitter, just go there, have a check, and let me know what you think. But for me, at the moment, this is just a nothing burger. Anyway, this has been Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV, having my say on this Saturday. Hopefully, I made you more sense of your day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you till the next time. Glory, glory, Manchester United. I'm out of here. Peace.